Hi everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Press a like button, subscribe if you're not yet already subscribed. Comment, please. I look forward to seeing the dialogue all the time. And if you've been subscribed, thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. So right now I'm waiting for doctor's appointment. I'm over here in San Diego. I don't know if any of you guys know where this is at. There's Target, there's a Sheraton, and then right there's the 5 freeway on-ramp or off-ramp. Just to give you a frame of reference on where I'm at. I'm in California, by the way. The topic of today's video is child support orders, and we'll talk about some wage garnishments. I'm in California, so because I'm in California, my understanding of laws tend to gravitate towards California. Make sure that you see what laws are applicable in your state and consult an attorney, because this is not professional, this is not legal advice. This is just my personal understanding of the law. Okay, so if you're in California, if you have a child support obligation and you don't come forward with that child support obligation, a judge has authority to grant a child support order. That order gets delivered upon the Department of Consumer Affairs, and Department of Consumer Affairs are the regulatory board for just about every single professional license in California. And it's not only private security, it's not only private security guards, it's also repossession agents, cosmetologists, barbers, anything that requires a professional certificate. Department of Consumer Affairs probably oversees that certificate program. They get served the order, and your license becomes suspended until you come forward with your child support obligations. Guys, I've seen it done before. I know at least 2 people personally who had child support obligations, and they were maintenance obligations, and their private investigator license got suspended. And I think one of them had a guard card license, and his license got suspended as well. If you want this order to be removed, you basically have to be current on your child support obligations. Now, guys, I'm not going to talk about whether or not a child support obligation is fair. I see a lot of people get screwed over by these child support obligations. I see that partners sometimes, some circumstances, don't use the child support money for what it's intended to, and they go out spending money on their new boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, significant other, and the child just gets left behind. The resources don't even go towards the child. And just knowing that happens, it's really frustrating to me. I haven't been in that predicament, but I know that some of you watching this channel can relate to that. Some other thing is a wage garnishment. So if you are not current with your child support obligations, your ex-spouse has the ability to go to your employer, serve this wage garnishment on your employer, and your employer is obligated by law to make those deductions. I've worked with people, and I've seen their paychecks get split almost 50%. And I'm wondering, how are they supposed to live, function, and just be able to afford the basic necessities? I don't understand how this person does it, but his paycheck, he got cut about 50%, you guys. And the employer was obligated to make those withdrawals. I have firsthand experience from a wage, well, it's not really a wage garnishment. It's basically a tax order. And I'll talk about this in a minute. So years ago, over 10 years ago, I started my security business, security training company. It was called Desert Tactical. It was under a corporation. Well, I decided I don't want a corporation anymore. I decided I didn't want to run the company at the time anymore after 4 years. So I didn't dissolve the corporation. And some of you who've been down this road know probably what's going to happen soon. So I didn't dissolve the corporation. I just left it alone. And what ended up happening was I looked into my bank account one day, and I had $4,000. And then I look, there was a deduction of almost $3,700. And it said FTP, or FTB. FTP is something in Spanish that I can't even discuss on this on this channel because it's a bad word. FTB, Franchise Tax Bureau, deduction of about $3,700. So I had like $300 left in my bank account, and I didn't even know what was going on. So more money came in. I replenished my bank account. I just procrastinated. That's what I did to figure out what's going on. I was just busy. And then another 2 weeks down the road, I had more money. I had another $4,000. All of a sudden, another deduction of $3,700. So I thought, you know, this is too much. And I looked more into it. It was actually an FTB, wage order garnishment, or some type of it was some type of levy. That's what it was. So, you know, I was getting really pissed off. That's negative $7,000. So I took the proper legal steps and properly dissolved my corporation. And later on, I end up actually getting a refund back from the Franchise Tax Board because I finally filed the appropriate paperwork. Now, guys, you might be watching this video and saying, you know, Sean, you made a lot of mistakes. Yes, I made tons of mistakes. Please learn from all of my mistakes, you guys. Remember, a fool learns from their own mistakes, but a wise person learns from the mistakes of others. I am no different. I make tons of mistakes, and I learn from them, and hopefully you will learn from them as well. Mistakes like this is discussed in my private security or private patrol operator leadership and management course. It's a 40-hour course, all online. I'll leave a link in the description. And I discuss business procedures. I discuss corporations. I discuss LLCs. You name it. You guys, all of my years of mistakes are covered in this video. I don't want you guys making the same mistakes. And every month, people keep making the same mistakes that I've made over time. Anyhow, that's how powerful these garnishment orders are, you guys. And it's scary for a government entity to just wipe your bank account clean. It's tough. So let's recap. If you owe child support and there's a garnishment order, or some other type of order from the government, from a judge, that order gets delivered to the Department of Consumer Affairs, which gets trickled down to the Bureau of Security Investigative Services. They try to see whatever every type of license that you have. Your guard car private investigator license becomes suspended. If you don't pay your child support obligations, your spouse has the ability to go to your employer, assuming you're not getting paid under the table, and serve a wage garnishment order. You're going to get automatic deductions, and there's almost no way of stopping that until you see a judge again, or you're current with your payments. Make sure that you guys dissolve your corporation. If you dissolve any corporation, LLC, make sure you do it appropriately, the correct way. Otherwise, you're gonna have to owe back taxes, and that levy or that order is going to be served during a time when it's not convenient for you. If you guys have any questions, concerns, let me know, and I'm looking forward to the discussion. Take care.